As an introduction, we want to show you a little bit of what organizational theory is. We are going to check from the most classic perspective with which this theory has worked to the most modern and evolutionary. And also we are going to check some characters that were involved in this topic and the importance to acknowledge this theory. First, we need to familiarize ourselves with the concept of organizational behavior to be able to understand what is organizational theory and how it does its function. So, the field of organizational behavior seeks the knowledge of all aspects of behavior in organizational environments through the systematic study of individual, group, and organizational processes. The fundamental objective of this data is to increase the effectiveness.
Now we are going to talk about micro-organizational behavior, who refers how employers act alone or in teams. On an individual basis, much of micro-organizational behavior is concerned with rewarding employees in ways that work best for them and studying their personality types to determine where they might be a good fit.
On the other hand, macro-organizational theory studies whole organizations and industries, including how they work, adapt, and the strategies, structures, and contingencies that guide them. Micro changes affect the organization as a whole and are more related toward policy or business formation. This is affected by the company's own standards, government regulations, and how the company creates and transmits decisions. In the macro environment, the industry and economy business operates in can become very important when making key decisions about the future.
I will talk to you about an organizational theories tool, computer modeling. A computer simulation or a computer model is a computer program that attempts to simulate an abstract model of a particular system. Computer simulation is prominent in organizational studies and strategic management. Researchers have applied computer simulation to understand how people think and act when working together in teams. Research using computer simulation has been inspired by methods from biological modeling, ecology, theoretical physics and thermodynamics, chaos theory, and complexity theory.
Now we are going to talk about the importance of organizational theory. It can achieve several benefits for both the organization and society at large. They initiate a ripple effect between other competing firms and already exciting economic pressures. Contemporary firms must respond skillfully to shifts in their market shares, productive levels, and employee compensation levels. The development of our economy has saddled firms with some during taxes that involves making profile with competition with other nations whose workers typically receive a low pay and no benefits. Organizational theory helps to find a response to this capitalism pressure.
Organizational theory can also help identify malicious forms of corporate practice and use them to highlight future precautionary measures. But today, traditional reliance on safety engineering and identification of human error is no longer sufficient to achieve increasingly safer safety goals. Tremendous cultural changes are taking place right now in organizations, and the safety professions will have to change to keep up.
Let's talk about applying organizational theory. Correctly applying organizational theory can have several benefits for both organization and society at large. Once an organization sees an opportunity to expansion, it begins to grow by producing more and thus alters the economic equilibrium. One example of this is Henry Ford, who implemented an innovative design by modifying factory production and creating the assembly line. These developments make it easier for a company to produce and thus incentivize firms to aggregate and utilize more efficient methods for running their companies.
In summary, the importance of organization lies in the fact that they help human progress, allow the professional realization of their members, and are a fundamental part of the economy of a country. For all this reason, it's an extraordinary process that has a positive impact on the development of society, on organization itself, and on each individual that shapes it. And well, that will be all for this time. Thank you for watching us, and we will continue with the presentation.